Right. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar. In this session, we will explore the Autodesk Content Catalog, a powerful tool designed to optimize how you manage and utilize your BIM content. Our objective is to equip you with the knowledge and skills to effectively organize, access, and share digital assets, ultimately streamline your BIM project workflows. Just a quick intro about myself. My name is Kashir Safari, and I'm a Revit instructor and technical consultant at Arcans. I've been in the built industry for over 15 years now, and my background is in civil engineering. My key focus here at Arcans is leveraging cloud technology in design and construction management. For those of you who don't know about Arcans, Arcans was formed in 2018 with a vision to become the leading partner for digitalization for the construction and manufacturing sectors. We are now the largest Autodesk value-added reseller in the world and a leading Bluebeam partner in the region, as well as a recognized Siemens Platinum partner. Before we dive into the main subject, let's quickly go over today's agenda. In this webinar, we will introduce the Autodesk Content Catalog and explain how it enhances BIM content management workflows. We will explore its key features, including setting up and creating content in the cloud. We will also discuss tagging and metadata-driven content organization. Next, we will cover search and browsing features, followed by an explanation of collaboration and content sharing capabilities, including permission settings. Then we will demonstrate how to use stored content within Autodesk ecosystem Revit, AutoCAD, Civil 3D, and also out of ecosystem in something like Rhino. And finally, we will wrap up with Q&A session to address your question if you've got any. Let's start by talking about content management in BIM workflow and why managing our content is essential to improve productivity. Just let me give you an example. For instance, during planning phase, when architects compiling an inventory of essential elements for a project, so whether it's healthcare facility, school, residential building, military base, road, each type of project comes with specific furniture, equipment, or asset that requires corresponding 3D and 2D object to represent them on models and drawings. So you need asset and you need 3D objects or 2D object to represent those assets in drawings and models. And imagine as projects grow in complexity, the need for a structured content management system becomes more crucial. So content management system is not just for convenience to find stuff and, like a drive to grab stuff and put in the models. It's an essential tool that minimizes errors and kind of fosters seamless collaboration across project teams. When it comes to design and modeling and drafting, it's critical for all collaborators in a model to work with consistent content to ensure, standardization. Content should be easily discoverable through search, not only by its title, that usually we use title to search stuff, but also with analyzing its content and metadata values inside those objects. And even with the tags, so we can tag elements and objects and search those tags instead of just relying on name of the file. Content must be accessible to all collaborators in shared location, ensuring easy access across the project members. Having said that, sometimes some contents may need to be restricted. So you should be able to restrict some content to not be shared within organization. And for instance, you need to guarantee it aligns with manufacturer's data sheet or a specification before use, like you need to review dimension of the content that is matched with the manufacturing data. So you have it, but you want to, stop sharing that content and regulate those content. That's a good feature a content management system should have. Tracking revision history and analyzing content usability across project is beneficial for a content management system because that would provide you key insight for keeping your content library well maintained and up to date. So you know which content you use more. So you get insight, what contents need to get updated. BIM content management system has been a highly requested item on Autodesk roadmap. And then Content Catalog is the product that addresses this need and giving you access to data outside of the design authoring environment. So it's out of the AutoCAD or Revit. It's a cloud platform. You can get access to those data and content. Content Catalog, formerly UNIFI, is a cloud-based digital asset management tool that enables customers to easily manage, distribute, and find the most up-to-date version of their BIM content, like Revit families or AutoCAD blocks, Civil 3D blocks, Rhino objects. It is a single source of truth for storing, versioning, and accessing contents and data. Content Catalog is integrated with Revit version 2021 to 2025, Civil 3D, AutoCAD, and Rhinoceros. And also it's format agnostic, so it supports storage most of the file, including, for instance, PDF or Excel. If you have subscription to any of these following products offering, you already have access to Autodesk Docs, Autodesk Construction Cloud, Architects, Engineering, and Construction, AEC Collection, BIM Collaborate Pro, Autodesk Build, Autodesk Takeoff, Docs standalone. So Content Catalog functionality will be sorry, I just lost my slide. So Content Catalog will be available for all Autodesk Docs users with no additional cost. As of version 1.1.2.3 of Content Catalog, it allows you guys for at the same time install UNIFI and Content Catalog. So if you want to have both installed in your system, make sure you are on version 1.1.2.3 or above. Also, migration service are not available, and please contact us by email to, if you need to migrate your contents from UNIFI to Content Catalog. Okay, how you can access to Content Catalog extension. Extension can be installed through this website, manageautodesk.com. And let me show you here how you can manage and download your content. You need to go to manage.autodesk.com, going to the product updates, and then here, make sure your release date is on all, not just past 3 months or 3 days or 3 months. Yeah, just make it all and just search Content Catalog. And you see the Content Catalog for Revit and Content Catalog for AutoCAD extension are available to select and download. So once you're downloading your contents, if I open my Revit, you see in Revit 2024, you've got a new tab here, Content Catalog, and you have access to your Content Catalog app. Also, if you install Content Catalog for AutoCAD, if I just bring my AutoCAD, the screen, so There is no tab when you're installing Content Catalog in AutoCAD. How you can figure out that the Content Catalog is installed in AutoCAD is by going to Add-ins tab and just click on App Manager, and you see here the UNIFI is installed in your AutoCAD app. That's going to be the same for the Civil 3D. So if you install Civil 3D, you can go to the Add-ins tab, App Manager, and see if the UNIFI is installed. Alrighty, so let's get back to our slides. The website that you can access to the Content Catalog, so apart from installing the apps, you need to be account admin in ACC. So you have access to Docs, definitely. You have access to Docs. You can go to the Autodesk website and acc.autodesk.com and landing on this page. And going to the account admin, you should be a Autodesk ACC account admin to have access to this account admin button. You're just clicking on this account admin. And here by clicking on this library, you have access to Content Catalog. So you just need to be account admin, as I said, clicking on the Content Catalog and do some configuration in ACC site. So if you are account admin, you don't actually need those apps, but if you are project members, yeah, you need to have those apps installed. When you're going to the account admin library Content Catalog page, there are a couple of tabs you need to configure and manage. First is the collection. So what is collection? Is the collection of the, it's just a name, like a folder. You put your contents inside that folder. That's, you need to come up with a strategy how you're going to organize those collections. Collections can be based on the project, like it can be project based, like a name of the project. Collections can be based on the different facilities, like the healthcare facilities, residential building, commercial buildings, defense facilities, and all the contents inside those folders can be related, for instance, to the health facilities or educational facilities. Creating those content collections is just by clicking this button here. You just give a name to your collection. For instance, I want to create a couple of collections, health facilities. You can just put a description for it. And you can create or drop a picture here as a thumbnail. And let me just select a picture from my local drive and Content Catalog, photos, so health facilities, and let's see if, there's not any, to be honest, instruction, but should be the proper size of the thumbnail here. Based on my experience, the larger size, the better fit inside this thumbnail window. I'm gonna save this. Let's create another one. Educational facility. Let's select a photo for this one. And we can go with a different approach, like still still structure DWG. So that's up to you, how you're going to, you know, define those collections and come up with a strategy, how you're going to organize your structure. So I have a couple of collections I made earlier. My collections that I had earlier, there are contents inside them, and those new ones that I just made, there's no content inside them yet. So if I click on the new ones, I can just go there easily, delete those new ones because there's not any content inside them. But those ones that I have content inside, if I go click and delete, you see the delete is inactive, and the reason is because there's something inside it. You need to go first, delete your contents, and then delete the collection. Next item, next tab is channel. So channel are Autodesk Revit built-in families. There are 30 of them already, and they are there. You just can active or inactive them in case you want to use those channels. So they are kind of one collection. So if I, for instance, go and search for some of those standard ones that I can use in my project, English metric content for Autodesk Revit, let's turn this one on. Or there should be one for the Australian content for Autodesk Revit. Let's active this one. So yeah, we get a message that these two are activated. So as you can see, Autodesk out-of-the-box contents. If you go in Autodesk website and download the series of families like Australian standard, they're gonna be pop up on your Explorer, but they are not available on cloud, so you don't need to install those Revit family contents. And then the third tab gonna be user group. User group, again, you need to come up with a strategy for those user groups. So you define different user groups, and then you link those user groups to the collections that you made, or user groups to the channels that you activated. So user groups can be based on, again, project specific, can be facility specific, can be role specific. And let's create a couple of them. The one default one is always the Content Catalog admin, and all the admins of this hub, that is ARC and CNZ, are already in this user group. But I can create a couple of new ones. For instance, I'm going to create the steel detailers and add users, and I can add members from the hub. So I'm going to add, for instance, myself or a couple of other users inside this. And what I can do is pin collection to this user group. So it can be pinned, for instance, to Revit structural and the structure concrete and annotations. So 3 collections pinned to this user group. So those users going to have access to the files and contents inside those collections. Let's save. Create, for instance, another user group. So this one can be, I'm going to add a couple of members from our hub and make this one like a Revit architectural user group. So then I'm going to pin those Revit users to any, Revit contents collection that I have based on, my strategy. I can then create another user group, for instance, for the Autodesk users, and just pin the AutoCAD users and pin the AutoCAD users to the AutoCAD collections. So let's add user. So one user can be in different collection. You're not limited to one user, one collection. This is up to you. And even you can go facility-wise. So you can create user groups that are working on educational facilities, or user groups that are going, for instance, use Rhino. Once those user groups created, so we kind of configured everything from ACC account admin side, we can go into the actual content catalog website or app. We can do it, as I said, by Revit. So using those apps that we did installed, or as someone with account admin access, you can just click on Manage Content Preference, and it will take you to actual content catalog website. It takes a little bit to load the stuff. So you can see there are different hubs that I'm a member of at the moment. Up there, I can select the hub I'm going to work on today's Arkansas NZ. There are different tabs here, tool here, and the first one is the company detail. So if you are an account admin, you are able to see this company detail. And if you are not admin project members, you can see all those tools apart this one. So this one is the only difference, not only difference, is the difference between account admin access and project member access. So what you can do here as an account admin is configure some stuff related to the app, not the high level setting. It's more related to tags and searchability functions and those stuff. So by clicking on edit, you can change those settings. So for the first one, member can create a new tag. You can turn it off. So in this case, members cannot create tags. Tags can be done just by admin. Member can add or delete tag from contents. That's up to you, to give them permission or not. Or enable review preview image generation. So if you want to enable that preview generation, just turn that on. It's fine. Search preference, again, you can edit here as an account admin. Highlight terms that are included in the search score. So if you search something, it's going to be highlighted with the yellow color. Sort by score automatically. So sorting the content based on the score. So a score, I will show you later. What does it mean? We're going to search something and see the score based on the, usability of the content. Revit so Content Catalog gives a score. So the more contents going to be used, they're going to get more score. And when you search the stuff, they're going to be pop up on the top of the search table. Filter by score automatically. So this feature automatically filters the results by a score above 75. So if the content is loaded and no one has used it, the score is 0, and it's going up to 100. So this feature turning on just show the contents that are above 75%. Wrap field, this feature wrap the field and expand the height of the row to fit. So it's about how to show the items in search. And the last one, no result appear before initial search. So before initial search, you won't see anything. Manage tag, you can create tags here in this window and then allocate those tags to your family. So I made a couple of tags here. It can be, for instance, a Revit version. It can be a facility-wise. It can be you can even go, for instance, based on the different strategy, how you go and tag stuff to easily can be found. I show you one slide here. So tags can be based on discipline, structural, architectural, MEP. Tags can be based on object type, beam, column, door, HVAC, can be based on the material, steel, concrete, wood, aluminum, based on the size of the type of the element or family, can be based on software and version, can be based on purpose of the item or 3D object or 2D object, can be based on life cycle stage, or can be based on the manufacturer name. So those, some example how you can tag stuff. Creating tag, yeah, as easy as just give it a tag, for instance, Siemens, and create a tag, and you have your tag here. You can allocate those tags to elements. Okay, next one. From bottom to top, we're going with upload content. So upload content is where you're uploading your contents and selecting one collection to push contents from your local drive for the first time into the collections. So what you need to do is selecting the collection you want to upload the contents in, and then just pressing on the upload up there. So for instance, if I go with steel structure DWGs and then click here and going to my local drive and find my contents. So content catalog, AutoCAD blocks, and I grab those ones, all of them together, upload, and you see all of them listed here. I can press on upload, and the content's going to be uploaded in my steel structure DWG. Okay, now if I go to my browser for content and go to find the steel structure DWG, you see now the contents are already there. But I'm account admin, I upload the content, and no one asks me about, is it a good content? Do you want to, approve it, save it? So if someone from project member side upload contents into system, not admin, and then you, as an admin, you're clicking on those contents. The difference between the project member and admin is admin has now access here to approve contents. So because I'm signed in with my account and I'm admin, I don't see this one approved, and because they're automatically getting approved. But once someone from a project team upload content into the app using, so if they use Revit, clicking on the app, opening the app, upload contents, then I open it and I see, okay, if I approve it, it goes to the collection. And if I don't approve it and decline it, it's going to be going to the rejected categories. That was for the CAD. Let's go, for instance, select one, another Revit structural, save, click. Let's go upload a couple of Revit structural contents. I'm going to go still. So I'm going to select those 3 ones, and you can see there's a couple of text files, same name, and those text files are catalog kind of those families. So there are different types inside those families. So if I load the Revit families with the catalog, and you see here as a type catalog, yes. So those ones that has the text file with them already have the catalog. So once I start to load this one from this app into the project, then I receive a list of the types that select from. So the system has this capability to upload text file as a catalog. And if I upload it, and go to collection, my structural, Revit structural, and you see the structural framing are there. I click, I can see the preview that I turned on, and I can see a couple of metadata attached to those type of those families as well here. File history, I can see the version of the file that I uploaded was 24, and I can upgrade it to 25. It has type catalog as well, and is uploaded by me on this date. So yeah, you get the hits of information about the contents. So yeah, if you upload the Revit contents, it's still biased toward Revit rather CAD. So you get heaps of information about those Revit files and image preview. For the CAD one, you need to go and create preview image. But for the Revit, it's all working automatically. Also, you can upload almost everything. Some of the file formats are not insertable into the files. So for instance, if you load the SketchUp files, you can load the SketchUp files, but you cannot then insert them into the project. So for instance, if I just easily, I can select, find the connection, look at collection here. I don't have any, I use the educational facilities. Click and go to Content Catalog and grab those SketchUp files and load it. So for those type of files that are not Civil 3D, CAD, Revit, and Rhino, it's kind of the single source of truth to store your latest files, but is uploadable, but it's not insertable into the project. Okay, let's see this one. So if I go to my collection, educational facility, you see the SketchUp files are there. But if I click, you see the insert is not active. All righty. That was the upload content feature. Also, you can harvest content from the open model and the active model. Where can you find the active model? So if you click up there on this one, you see there are different sessions of different software that is compatible with this tool already on. So we have Revit version 23 on Open, Revit 24, AutoCAD, and Rhino, and you can select one of them and plug in to the app, and then if I insert something, it's going to this open session. So if I select Revit 24, then if I insert anything, it's the contents going to this Revit 24. This one is 3, and this one is 4. Also, you can harvest content from open model. So if I plug in Revit 24 and click export, and the system doing the opposite side, instead of putting content inside the model, extracting all the content and harvesting all the contents from model. So you can see 173 families, field patterns, placeholder sheet, schedules, sheets, system types, tags, views, all extracted from system, and you can select them. So I just, for instance, select just family and field patterns, and next, and they're gonna be exported into the system. Okay. Yeah, based on your project size, definitely it takes time to load your stuff there. Only problem with this one is organizing of those contents is not, as good as when you're doing your stuff organized, create a collection and, putting your stuff into the collection. Yeah, it's automatically create its own collection and putting all those family and field patterns or views or sheet placeholders and everything in its own created collections. Actually, too much. Let's cancel this one. Yeah, and then as you can see, the one is loaded. I just select where I'm going to put those stuff. For instance, you should have a collection for the project X. If you have a similar project like this and want to use same content. So let's put it in health facilities and save. And then select all of them and upload. Families and view titles uploaded. And if I go here to health facilities profile, you can see it's uploaded in the health facilities. I guess not all of them uploaded because of the cancel I pressed, or no, they are here actually. They are in, no, that's the Autodesk metric, Autodesk one. Yeah, should be in health facilities, but yeah, as I canceled in halfway through, it didn't upload all of them. Next one is, let's talk about the search. So you can search contents, and as I said, that's the score column. You see the scores, none of them been used before. So when I start using one of them, you see the score gonna go higher. So for instance, if I search something like a level, here, and you see, those highlighted with the yellow, what we configured in setting. Also, it's search in a category. And if I search, for instance, item yard radius, so we had nothing named radius. And and you can select which collection you're going to save from. So, and we even channel. So if I select all of them, channels, and search, for instance, something like a structural. And you see, yeah, everything that is structural is highlighted. Yeah, get parameter values for those items. You get size of the file, Revit, years, compatible years. So it's 2022 forward, so it doesn't work on 21. Something you guys need to consider. This one is from 21 forward. After searching, you can save your search. And if I save and create a save stage, so I'm gonna webinar search, and then put it in one of the existing group that I made here. I will show you later, for instance, I'm going to put this one under the base plate and save. So if I go to my save search, this is where I can create different groups. For instance, base plate, large gauges, list structure, Rhino. And then I put this one under base plate as a webinar search. So when I click on it, it's going straight to this my saved search. Okay, now let's do putting a couple of contents from, let's open one Civil 3D. I'm going to close Revit 23. As CPU load is getting significantly increased by opening all the software. It's just something I need to mention here. The content catalog in version 24 and 221 has a specific tab. In version 25. It's under Insert tab, and you should be able to see it here as a content catalog. I'm going to close version 23. Let's start with this Revit 24. I'm going to create a new project in Revit 24. And then going to one of my contents, for instance, let's go to a structure with the structural framing. And yeah, the active project is Revit 24 project 1. And let's, for instance, insert this C channel. And this C channel has catalog type. And let's insert it. Type catalog not found. Let's get back to this one. Yeah. So you can then select which catalog, which type you're going to load. For instance, I want to load this one, insert. And if I go to my Revit, the project must be saved. Yeah, sorry, I need to save first my project before putting any content. Gonna save it. And once it's saved, then that should be good to go. Just, yeah, automatically, you know, the BIM command is activated. I can select the level usage of the BIM, like a primary, and just click. And if I go to my 3D view in the Revit, you can see now the BIM is created. So directly from content catalog to Revit. Also, we can change our active session. So instead of going on this Revit one, let's open one CAD file and activate the CAD one. Let's go now to the CAD. Let's save our file somewhere on local drive before putting contents. Save, and now let's go to content catalog. Search one of the CAD files. It's first time I'm going to put CAD files, but yeah, it's active. We are on CAD, so yeah, it seems that it's gonna work. If I click On the insert, the block and table metric is added to project. Actually, I'm not sure if this works in 3D view. Yeah, it works. So yeah, the block is placed easily. I made in 3D view, but when we're going to the 2D, it's more visible. So directly from AutoCAD to Content Catalog to AutoCAD. Let's go open one Civil 3D project as well and test something in Civil 3D. Let's save the Civil 3D first. I'm gonna call this one Civil 3D webinar, for instance, to show you how it looks then up there. So you see, yeah, as soon as I create a new project, the name gonna be appear here. Then I need to plug in and make this session as my current session that I'm going to work with. All right, so let's go to the Civil 3D. Let's find something from our existing content to put in my Civil 3D. Let's just put a sign. For instance, let's go and put this North Point 101. And yeah, so by clicking on insert, I can put it. So when you're clicking on this tiny rectangle, you can see you can rename your content, you can delete it, you can edit tags, you can edit collection and move it on the collection, you can upload preview image. So the CAD and Civil 3D one and Rhino one doesn't have a preview image. You need to upload one. So if you should have if you want, you should have a folder for the image preview of your CAD files and upload it to be able, instead of seeing DWG, you see the preview of your CAD file. And also you can download the file on your local drive. This open in Family Editor, so it just works for the Revit files. I can show that one later. Let's insert this one into the Civil 3D session. Let's go, wait. So you can see the comment is activated. Just click. I put the no sign and it rotated. And something else that you guys need to know, so those harvesting one, as you can see, when I'm in Civil 3D, there's nothing active. But when I'm going to the Revit project, the harvesting is active. So the harvesting one is well working for this Revit only. So yeah, as I said, a little bit biased toward Revit, rather CAD. And let's do our final test with one Rhino object. So, and you need to go up there, select your Rhino. Let's open your Rhino. Let's maximize this perspective view in Rhino. Let's get back to Content Catalog. Go to the collections. I already have uploaded a couple of Rhino files here. And let's go select this one and let's put the actual Rhino into it. So as you can see, the Rhino is activated up there and insert is active again. When you click it, the difference between the Rhino ones and the CAD and Revit is you have two options. You can fast insert Rhino or you can advanced insert. So advanced insert, just open a window in Rhino before putting the actual element and just, for do some configuration before do, let's, for instance, instead of, and if you click insert, it just uses the fast insert. So if I click advanced insert and go into Rhino, you can see some stuff is happening up there. Actually, you need to just do one click up there and your Rhino is there to select and put and resize. So how you guys need to know that content catalog is installed for Rhino, there's one comment here, plugin manager. Yeah. So if I type in plugin manager, it will, give you the list of all the plugins installed for Rhino, and hopefully you can search and find UNIFI. So you can see UNIFI Rhino plugin is installed. To install UNIFI Rhino plugin, just need to go to apps.autodesk.com, just search for Rhino, and then you see this, content catalog for Rhino. It's just a free product. Click on it and download, and then you're able to see. Same for Civil 3D. Just you need to go to add-ins, App Manager, there should be here. I have many softwares open. That's why. It doesn't come up, but it's exactly like AutoCAD. So it will show up all the add-ins and then you can see the UNIFI is installed. And then that's, good to go to use Content Catalog. Alrighty. Actually, I covered almost everything regarding the Content Catalog. Powerful content management tool. As you saw, you can upload everything into it, single source of truth, and for software, Revit, Civil 3D, AutoCAD, and Rhino, that you can directly, put the stuff from your content catalog into the software. Thank you, everyone, for attending today's webinar. If you guys have any questions, just let us know. Shoot me an email. We will get back to you soon. Appreciate your participation. We look forward to connecting with you again soon. Have a great day.